This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now, you're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Hey, it's John Notarianni, executive producer of CityCast Portland. It's going to be an insane year here in Portland. Just let me say it. We're going to have a new mayor, a new city council, a whole new form of city government, and you're going to be voting in a new neighborhood bureau. And really, it's kind of impossible to keep up with all of that, right? Well, we're going to be tracking this stuff all year, looking into it on the podcast and in the newsletter, and we want you to join in as a founding member of CityCast Portland. That's right, we're starting a membership program, and we want you to help us bring you more of the podcasts and newsletters that you rely on about the things that matter most to you in this city. There are perks for joining, stuff like ad-free listening and exclusive members-only updates, but really, we're hoping that you'll join for the same reason that we make this stuff to begin with, because we all just care a lot about Portland. You can become a founding member of CityCast Portland by joining before March 8th. Get all the details and join today at portland.citycast.fm.
Today on CityCast Portland, Oregon historian Doug Kenck-Crispin will be quizzing us on Portland's weird history. Now, Doug has been keeping busy leading historical tours of our region's waterways through Lindblad Expedition aboard a National Geographic ship. Isn't that awesome? And he still found some time to hang out and even put together a series of questions that will teach us all a little bit more about our city. And I'll be facing a new challenger, our producer, Julia Fiaioni. Play along and see how many you get right. It's Wednesday, February 28th. I'm Claudia Meza, and this is what Portland's talking about. You know, I don't know if Julia told you, but we've had only one other quiz-style show before, and it was science-themed. And I lost horribly to John, our executive producer. But a big reason I lost so badly was because our scoring was all kinds of messed up. So today is payback of sorts.
Yay!
To our previous score taker, Julia.
That's me.
Yep. And to ensure we're keeping proper score, we have fellow CityCast producer Dylan Brogan joining us all the way from Madison, Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure he went to school for this. So now that everyone is caught up and understands the stakes here, take it away, Doug.
Well, we are going to begin the morning with a little bit of Portland trivia. And we're going to expand it out a little bit into Oregon. So you guys ready to start? I mean, should we get into how the points are going to work and that sort of thing?
Sure.
Round one, we are going to have 3 multiple choice questions about Portland history. Now, each one is worth 4 points. Now, if you get the question wrong, your opponent can try for half of the points. Now, you're going to have 5 seconds to answer, but you can buzz in as soon as I finish reading the question. And after I say, you have 5 seconds. Everybody clear?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get it started. So first question in round one, again, I'll read the 3 and then you will have 5 seconds to answer. The name of the city Portland was the result of A, clerical error, 2, a coin toss, or 3, the winner of a race of badgers, swift, angry badgers. And you have 5 seconds.
Yes! I know this one too, Claudia.
Coin toss. B.
You buzzed early.
I did not buzz early. I buzzed on time.
Computer says Claudia was the first. So, what is the answer?
Oh, I thought I already said B, coin toss. Did I not say that?
Oh, I guess I didn't hear that in all the laughing. I'm sorry.
It is B, coin toss. And all the
Are you sure you don't want to go with badger races?
That'd be pretty cool.
I wish it was Badger Races, but I don't think it. No, coin toss is correct. Yeah, exactly. We were so just kind of uninspired as to what we could name this space that it really came down to a coin toss. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as we head in. So the city of Portland is known as the City of Bridges. We're built at the confluence of two rivers, the Willamette and the Columbia. Big reason why the city was situated here. So, of course, there needed to be transportation across these rivers. Originally, the first ferry was completed in 1848. It was the Coffin Ferry. That's a kind of a terrifying name of a ferry to get onto, but the gentleman's name was Stephen Coffin that ran it. After that was the Stark Street Ferry, kind of around that area of Stark Street. But eventually a bridge needed to be built to span the Willamette River. So I'm going to give you three choices here. Okay. Which was the first bridge built in Portland? Number one, the Steel Bridge. Number two, the Madison Bridge. Or number three, the Morrison Bridge. And you have 5 seconds. Julia, it's all yours. Which was the first bridge?
The Steel Bridge. Number one.
Incorrect.
No. Pain and suffering. Claudia, do you know it?
Claudia?
I'm guessing here.
You could go for half points.
I'm guessing it's the Morrison, because I've never heard of the Madison. If it's the Madison, then it just doesn't exist anymore. But
well, you're correct on both counts. The Morrison Bridge was the first bridge. It was built in 1887. The Madison Bridge came about a few years later, but it was built of wood and it burnt down, actually. So, we learned throughout the years. We learned. And number one is kind of don't build bridges out of wood. They do have a tendency to go up in conflagrations. Anyways, all right, we're going to move on to the third one. The third question of our round number one, again, this isn't the lightning round. This is kind of more dragging round. But our third question is, where did the phrase keep blank weird originate from? Keep blank weird. Where did that phrase originate from?
Sorry, you didn't say 5 seconds.
Oh, I haven't said it
he
yet.
He hasn't even read the answers off yet.
Oh, it's multiple choice. I already know it. God damn it. Okay, sorry. We'll start again. So bad at this.
I hate this.
Your possible answers are number one, Portland. Number two, Boston. Or number three, Austin. 5 seconds. Julia, do you have the answer?
Where the phrase came from, right?
Yeah.
Did I hear that correctly?
Where did it originate from?
It came from Austin.
That is correct. Yes. Because Portland is so not weird and not original that we had to actually steal the weird phrase from other places. What does Portland weird mean anymore? That like you only spent $650,000 on your condo? What do you think?
That's That's a hard truth.
I'm not sure. I mean, because Austin is probably like 800,000, right? So I mean, what's weird in Portland now? That would be my question.
Yeah.
Is it a little too
weird in Portland? Look, man, I'm just trying to figure out this buzzer out. I don't really have the mind space right now to talk about Portland in that manner. I don't know how this buzzer works. I need to focus.
All right, we're about ready to start round number 2, our lightning round. But first, I figured we should check in and see where we stand currently. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Yay! Enthusiasm. Yes, I am.
Oh my God.
So, Claudia, I've got you at 6 points. Julie, I've got you at a close 4. So just right around the corner. Things are far from over as we head into round number 2, our lightning round. So for this one, we'll have 3 fast true or false questions. They're 2 points each, and you can buzz in as soon as you know the answer. So you ready for round number 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. True or false? Portland was almost named after Boston.
Oh.
Yes, that is true. Portland was almost named after Boston. Oh, this is when I shine, Julia.
Fine, I knew this one too. It's okay.
This is when I shine. The buzzer doesn't
Lightning
care.
round.
The buzzer doesn't care about seconds.
Lightning round. We are going fast here.
No, this is too fast for me.
So, of course, the choices between Portland and Boston were in the infamous coin toss that we talked about just earlier. So, True or false? The coin toss was performed in 1865. Time's a ticking. Julia.
Yeah.
Is that a
False.
yes? False is the correct answer. The coin toss was performed in 1845 when the name of Portland was chosen. Fun fact, it wasn't even in the unnamed burg that the coin toss took place. It took place in Oregon City. So we came that close to being named Boston. And boy, oh boy, I'm glad that didn't happen. So question number 3 in our lightning round. Portland's oldest restaurant still in operation is the 1922, so 102-year-old, Republic Cafe in Old Town. True or false? That's Portland's oldest restaurant.
That's false.
And Claudia, why do you say that is false?
Because Huber's is considered to be the oldest Portland restaurant.
Bum, bum, bum. Republic Cafe, from one accounting that I saw, is Portland's oldest continuously operated Chinese American cuisine restaurant. So, and oldest, but not, of course, the oldest is where we're looking for. So, lightning round. How was that?
That was great.
Yeah.
Ooh, fast, huh?
That was
Oh
Just
my
like
God.
boom, boom, boom.
My heart is literally beating like faster than normal, and this is so stupid. Like, why?
I feel like there's money on the line.
Okay, well, let's take a quick break here, and when we return, the last round of the quiz.
All right.
Go
Get
on.
serious.
Okay, serious face, let's go.
Ready to move on. All right. So these ones for round number 3 is our next round here. We're coming right down towards the end here. I want to keep these kind of a little bit open. So we are going to go one by one. We're going to start with either Julia or Claudia. Doesn't matter. Whoever buzzes first is who can start. But both of you are going to answer these questions. So the first question that I have for you is, what are the 3 best feature films that were filmed in Portland? So again, we're going to take our moments here to think about it. We're going to come around and I'm going to ask each of you, and I'm going to judge you. This is a very
I can't wait. Let's go.
judgy
This is my
question.
demise.
And it could be like near Portland. I'm totally cool with that. So if you wanted to mention like a film made in Salem or something like that, like we'll go with that. Why don't you go ahead and start, Claudia?
Okay, these are the ones that I'm sure there's more, but immediately this is what comes to mind, which is Mala Noche. There's going to be a theme here. Mala Noche, Drugstore Cowboy, and My Own Private Idaho. But I mean, it's cheating. Same film director, but to me, that was Portland growing up. I'm sure there's better. I'm sure there's more variety. But for me, that is Portland.
Variety. Julia.
I think, it doesn't really matter if there's more variety because the only one that came to mind was Drugstore Cowboy. So you got me beat on that. I obviously need to watch more Portland films.
Are you just going to duck out at that?
That's it. That's all I
There's
got.
so many more.
That's all you got? Okay.
There's,
I know.
There's Leave No Trace. There's... Oh, wait. Oh, no. We're not going to say... that vampire movie. That wasn't really around here.
Twilight.
Right?
Oh, Twilight.
Well, nearish.
Nearish. Twilight.
I call Twilight. If you want to die on that hill, best films in Portland, and put
I'm not
Twilight
gonna
out there,
die
I'm
on
totally
that hill.
willing to
No.
ungrade you.
I'm not
to
even looking up that
unpoints.
hill. Yeah. I gave you my solid 3 and I mean it. I'm
no,
sure
I
there's
like
more,
those. I think the Gus Van Sant's, those are solid.
Trilogy.
Solid options.
Thank you.
I want to hear Doug's 3, though.
Yeah, I want to hear yours.
Okay,
I'm
my
being
3,
so
I think
sincere.
absolutely Drugstore Cowboy would be good, and I've got some good Drugstore Cowboy stories for another date. So that one would absolutely be up there. I really like Gus Van Sant's kind of how he styles Portland. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't know. I would think, it's a total bummer movie. I would put One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Oh,
which,
shit. You're right.
Salem and the Oregon State hospitals where
That's
it was
why you said
filmed mainly.
Salem.
But,
Yeah.
if we're counting Twilight, I think Salem's fine.
Yeah.
So I'd put that one in there. In terms of like really, really bad movies, there's, I want to say it's like 1973 Kansas City Bomber.
I was about to ask if it was Kansas City Bomber.
Yeah, with the roller derby scenes in it. Like she's such a bad skater, and it's like horrible shots of Portland, but it's so much fun. It's Kansas City Bomber, I'd say, and of course people can go to Movie Madness and pick all of those up on physical if they're into that. All right. Are we ready to move on to the next question in round number 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, this is kind of an open end. I wanted to leave this one to hear from both of you. So the question, St. Louis has the arch. San Francisco has the bridge. And Seattle has the Space Needle. Tourists are drawn to these spots for their selfies and their TikToks. What is Portland's famous landmark that helps define a visual representation of this city?
Can I tell you? Do I have to buzz in?
Let's hear it.
Well, I have 2. I have one. I'm going to give you the
so
one,
many.
I think the biggest one, which is, of course, the Portland with the deer sign, the welcome to Portland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The neon, yeah.
The neon, I forget. It's like it was a sugar company at one point.
Mm-hmm. White Satin for a while there. And
yeah, White Stag, the
Old
White Stag
Town
sign.
And, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you go over the Burnside Bridge, I feel like people really like taking pictures with that. But I think...
Oh no, is it the St. John's Bridge?
I think it's the St. John's Bridge. I think it's the St. John's Bridge. That's what I think.
I would have to agree with you.
That's what I think. I don't know. I mean, what else?
What else would it be?
What else?
People used to say the Portlandia statue.
Fuck that. Oh,
yeah. I mean, is that even?
Fuck that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. The elk statue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Is it
Mom
bigger
Private
than the
Idaho,
White
going
Stag?
back to that, right?
That's true. That is true. But is it more iconic than the White Stag? Is it more like if I were to look at Instagram and hit Portland, what would come up the most? It's that stupid White Stag. Not stupid, sorry. It's that White Stag. I don't want hate mail. It's that White Stag sign, and I think it's the St. John's Bridge. I don't know, man.
Those fantastic answers, Julia.
My 2 would have to be first one, something you referenced earlier, Doug, the Keep Portland Weird sign outside of Dante's. That's iconic and very Instagrammable. But also to expand the boundaries a little bit, just Mount Hood. Everybody's always taking photos of Mount Hood, around Mount Hood. If you can see it from Pittock Mansion, that's another spot. Japanese Gardens. Those are my 2.
I like that. I like that a lot. And I don't have a good answer for this one. I've been thinking about this one for years.
You just wanted to.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like to
Just
hear what other people
workshopping.
say. I think, I grew up in St. John's, so like I like to think of the St. John's Bridge, but in a weird way, I think of that as kind of like St. John's like symbol, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than like the whole, but I'm totally willing to buy into it. The Paul Bunyan, but again, I think that's kind of Kenton.
Paul Bunyan's really
But
good.
I don't think there's a wrong answer. That's why it's such a fun question, man. And it's so
who
easy
gets the points,
to get
Doug?
points to.
I know. Wait, Doug, before you hand out points, can I ask, do you have a tattoo of the St. John's Bridge on you?
Oh, I do not have a tattoo of
I
St.
feel
John's.
like
Should I get
every
one?
St. John's person has one. I would.
Yeah.
Same here. I'm like, should I get one? Like, is this what I need to do?
Yeah, my daughter is a tattooist, and she actually lives at the foot of the St. John's Bridge, like in an apartment, But yes, she could do that up
Just a
pretty
nice
quick.
stick and poke right at the.
the
base.
just- there we
At
go.
the bridge.
So who gets the points, Doug?
Yeah, who gets the
Who gets
points?
the points? Who
Keep
gets the
us
points?
waiting.
I think that one's a draw. All right. Well, looking at the points, of course, it's somebody has to win. You're all winners, but actually one of you is better than the other in this specific situation. So going into round 3, Claudia was in the lead, 10 points to Julia's 6. But of course, we kind of had the free response questions, which were 6 points each. I'm going to, on the third, since that was like the iconic images, I'm going to give that a split 3 and 3. And then for question number 1, I am going to go ahead and give that to Claudia since she actually named 3 films, and Julia didn't quite come to that
that
level.
hurts.
So I'm going to go ahead and give that one 4 points and 2 points. We're going to split that 6 like that. So that would give Claudia a total of 17 points. And Julia have you at a total of 11. So you didn't win. You didn't come close, but boy, you sure did
Participate.
do a good job. Yeah.
Gosh, boy, did you participate.
Boy, oh
Boy,
boy.
did you participate.
You made it to work today. Thank you.
So, Julia, how was tracking those points?
It was pretty clear this time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But I blame my performance for that.
I also want to say that I'm like kind of dragging on Julia, but I did lose the last time. It's not like I lost because Julia couldn't count. I lost because I didn't know enough science. But I'm still bitter about it. This feels better. I feel better about this now.
That's
I feel
good.
like I can move on. I don't know about you,
That's
Julia,
fantastic.
but I can move on.
I'm moving on. I think I'd like to move on.
Well, Doug, thanks so much for taking the time and putting this together for us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, you
Yeah,
bet.
thank you.
Well, that's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's.